Hi guys, welcome to Mystery Diagnosis.
Who are you? The twins graduate from baby food and bottles, but Joey's taste in grown-up food seems a little bizarre.
Where most kids want candy, Joey wanted to eat salt. And we noticed he'd add salt to everything. No matter what it was, he'd put salt on it. My sons would look at him and say, "Mom, what is he doing? It's already salty enough." And we would all sit there and just kind of go, "That's really disgusting." But he loved it.
I didn't think it was hugely odd. I thought maybe he had some bad taste buds or something like that. I just didn't get the idea where he liked the flavor of salt.
And if he didn't get the salt, he'd scream and cry. So we'd give in and kind of let him eat what he wanted to eat.
Joey is up 3 and 4 times a night screaming for water.
Let me know in the comments if you like what I
For
put out
3 years,
for
Mary and
thumbnails
Rich
like
Jordan have been dealing with their son
diabetes.
Joey's bizarre symptoms. An unquenchable thirst, projectile vomiting.
The exam room, for a limited time, it was 15 or 20 minutes that I was with him. He had 4 cups of water in that small amount of time and got kind of antsy if his mom didn't give him water. And I thought that's kind of peculiar. So it made me think something's probably not right here.
She then did a physical on him and asked, "Has Joey ever been tested for diabetes?"
Shows that Joey doesn't have juvenile diabetes, but he does have abnormally high levels of sugar and protein in his urine,
for the first
an
time,
indication that there is something wrong with his kidneys.
going to
I knew something was wrong with my
bring
child,
Tom
and
Kevin
she's
stuff
finally
with
saying
me
there's something wrong with my child.
and
Dr.
some
Ernst
other
refers
items
them to
that I
pediatric kidney
have.
specialist
Not
Dr.
from
Sheldon
Kevin, but
Orloff to investigate.
The most striking thing I remember about him and his family.
The ultrasounds, they noticed that something was wrong with the kidneys.
We therefore proceeded with a kidney biopsy in which we take a small part of the kidney out, look at it under a microscope, and try and make a substantive diagnosis.
Just before we brought him in for the kidney biopsy, we thought he's losing his kidneys.
I don't
We didn't
think
know
so.
what was going on.
You filter
No, I don't mean
about
like that.
40 gallons of
I mean
water
like, I don't
out of
think
your
he's losing his
bloodstream every
kidney
day through the filtering apparatus of the kidney.
or kidneys.
His laboratory tests showed signs of the filtering not working correctly.
These kidneys, which should be absorbing nutrients and filtering out toxins, aren't. Everything is just passing right through them. This is a condition known as Fanconi's syndrome. Fanconi's is not usually a diagnosis in and of itself, but rather an indicator of another, more serious disease.
I was a
Cystinosis.
little concerned, and then I was relieved at the same time because now they clearly knew at the microscopic level, what the problem was, or at least I thought they did.
Said, Joey has crystals in his eyes.
They're from the
And I
kidneys.
go, he has what? He has crystals in his eyes.
The ophthalmologist immediately
My
sends Mary
name
back to
is,
Dr.
The
Orloff.
crystals are from the kidneys
And
going
Dr.
to the
Orloff had
eye.
us right in. Proceeded to say, your son has cystinosis. This is what it is. This is what we have to do for him.
Cystinosis is a rare genetic disease in which the amino acid cysteine wreaks havoc on the body. In a healthy person, cysteine is gradually absorbed by the kidneys. But with cystinosis, the cysteine builds up and forms crystals, which can lodge in cells and damage tissue.
This is inherited. It's genetic. It comes from a recessive characteristic in the 2 parents.
The crystals tend to gravitate to the eyes, which causes a sensitivity to light.
Granted, it was not a good, happy diagnosis. At least we know what it is, and we know what we can do to make it better, or at least to make it less damaging than what it was.
I agree.
There is no cure for cystinosis, but there are medications that can treat the symptoms and help prolong life. Eye drops to remove cysteine crystals in his eyes, and a growth hormone to help him catch up. Thanks to proper treatment, today, Joey is thriving.
Between the various pills and these eye drops, he only gets up once or twice a night now. And my son, who would not even go outside in the daylight because his eyes hurt, is now swimming in swimming pools and playing soccer and baseball and everything else.
Good.
Thanks to proper treatment, today, Joey is thriving.
Between the various pills and these eye drops, he only gets up once or twice a night now. And my son, who would not even go outside in the daylight because his eyes hurt, is now swimming in swimming pools and playing soccer and baseball and everything else.
Good. I'll give a little bit of context why I'm moving. So I have never moved before at my parents' house because of obvious reasons from the disability check thing. Anyway, moving or even traveling is stressful, and my parents are controlling it to a point where my dad threatened to call TBI whenever I told him I was going to visit Call Me Kevin in Spain. So when I was in Spain, he threatened to call TBI. So my family's choice was either I picked Call Me Kevin or I picked them. And the obvious choice how they treat me is I'm picking my boyfriend. As much as I try to act like I have a normal life and a normal relationship with my parents, the truth is I've actually been in DA for 23 years. And I know I never will have a normal relationship with my parents, and I'm not letting Call Me Kevin have to endure what I went through. And whenever I travel, because of my dad pulling stunts like acting like he's gonna call TBI, I hate vacations. And anytime I am somewhere that's not in Dixon, Tennessee, I get depressed. So I know I'm going to get depressed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.